There was a girl named Jane Eyre, and she lived in the busy hallways of Thornfield High School, where she heard the sound of sneakers shuffled across linoleum floors and teenage shouts. She was quiet, reflective, and fiercely independent. She wasn't like the other pupils. Her life was a story of perseverance, characterized by adversity and tenacity. Jane was left an orphan when her parents abandoned her when she was a small child, and her cruel Aunt Reed raised her. Aunt Reed's house was a place of severe regulations and icy disregard, where Jane's ferocious personality was suppressed at every opportunity. Nevertheless, Jane persisted in the face of hardship, taking comfort in her books and in the privacy of her own thoughts. Jane grew more and more desperate for freedom as she got older. She was so desperate to get outside of Thornfield and see what else the world has to offer. But, as is often the case, fate had other ideas for her. One day, a new student named Edward Rochester, with his mysterious charm and gloomy manner, showed up at Thornfield. He was unlike anyone Jane had ever met, evoking emotions in her that she was not entirely sure how to process. Though Jane was drawn to Rochester like a moth to a flame, he remained a puzzle with an enigmatic background. Unexpected encounters brought them together for moments of laughing and lustful looks in the school library. However, there was darkness lurking beneath the surface, along with secrets that still to be discovered. Jane discovered things that completely shocked her as she dug deeper into Rochester's world. There were whispers of a woman who was kept concealed from prying eyes and about a secret attic in Thornfield. Jane was driven to solve the mysteries surrounding her by her intense curiosity. However, heartbreak accompanied the disclosure as Jane learned the truth about Rochester's history and the woman he had concealed. She had to decide whether to ignore the darkness or face it head-on, and risk losing all that was important to her. Jane ultimately opted for bravery over complacency. She went up against Rochester, asking for clarification, and not letting up. They engaged in a heated confrontation during which hearts were broken and truths were revealed. Following this, Jane took a choice that would permanently alter the path of her life. She left Thornfield behind, putting the ghosts of her past behind her as she embarked on a quest for self-awareness. Jane met kindred souls throughout the journey who supported her in embracing her actual self and finding her voice. She discovered that the ability to face our anxieties and choose our own path is what truly defines strength, not the number of battles we win. Over time, Jane's story, one of tenacity, atonement, and the eternal power of love, became a school legend at Thornfield High School. Even though she may have moved on from Thornfield, her influence persisted in the minds of people who dared to hope for a brighter future.